when you exercise, it's the number one antidepressant. You're going to, create those chemicals in your brain that are similar to morphine. So you're going to feel much better after you work out regardless. Plus, when you're working out, it's a mindfulness, activity where you sort of forget about your problems for a little while.
Welcome to My Daily Mindset, where you get an inspirational, educational, and motivational message each day to help you live your best life.
You ever experience stress in your life? Of course you do. Everybody does, right? It's part of the world we live in. And, we have those times when we're just sitting there and we're just ruminating on things. You're just sitting there and you go down this rabbit hole, right? And all you can do is worry about this one thing. What I always say is, don't avoid, right? Don't avoid those things. Lean into discomfort. That's a huge part, because first of all, when you lean into discomfort, you get to learn about yourself. At the same time, you get to discover solutions for those, problems that you have. Now, with that said, one thing that I always say is, if you're sitting there worrying about something, ask yourself a question. What can I do about it right now? If the answer is something, then do something. But more than 90% of the time, whatever you're worrying about, you can't do anything about it at that time. So there's no reason to sit there and worry about it, right? So here is it's a hack, a tip, whatever you want to call it. What I do when something's just sitting there and it keeps revisiting and I can't get away from it, right? Because sometimes it's just the way it goes. What you do is you distract yourself. Distract yourself with whatever you love to do, right? And for me, exercise. First of all, if you do like to exercise, that's the number one thing, because when you exercise, it's the number one antidepressant. You're going to, create those chemicals in your brain that are similar to morphine. So you're going to feel much better after you work out regardless. Plus, when you're working out, it's a mindfulness, activity where you sort of forget about your problems for a little while. So exercise is my number one tip, but distraction in itself, right? I mean, if you want to, read a book or watch a funny show or movie, comedy is always good, right? Brings levity to the situation, but it can be anything, right? Like anything, like golf. If there's something, that's been lingering with me and I go play golf for 4 or 5 hours, like I forget about the problems in the world because I love to do that, right? So what is it that you love to do that you can kind of lose yourself in, right? Where you can get into the flow state. That's what you do. So if you're sitting there worrying about something, distract yourself with whatever. And it could be hanging out with friends, right? That's a great way to do it, because now you're in conversation, you get taken away from your, solitude, because that's another problem, right? We're sitting there by ourselves, dwelling in this misery. So the point here is distract yourself. Whatever it is that you love to do, when you're feeling stressed and you can't get rid of that sort of feeling, distract yourself with whatever it is that you love to do. And if you do like to exercise, to me, that's the number one. That's the best way to go. All right. So the next time you find yourself ruminating about something, go distract yourself with something that you love to do. Get your mind off it. Now, if there's something that you can do about that, then actually do something about it. But if not, which is most of the time, go distract yourself. All right, go have an amazing one. Remember, this is your life. Live it your way.
This episode of My Daily Mindset is sponsored by TruePath. TruePath is a personal development system that gives you the direction, structure, and accountability needed to become the person you want to be. The system is scientifically structured in a 13-week format that emphasizes mindset, mindfulness practice, healthy habit development, as well as goal setting. Right now, they are offering a free ebook that introduces the system, as well as gives you insights into how to create new healthy habits and change unwanted ones. It also gives you insights in the power of mindset and why 13 weeks is the best time frame to set goals. Not longer, not shorter. So visit TruePath.com for your free ebook.